Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, wa kafa wa salamun ala ibadi alladhina istafa amma ba'd. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Allahumma salli ala sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. My honorable elder and younger, my dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today is our topic also use of wheel by Muslim women. In this regard, part 4 will be described now. As you see, nowadays it is a customary that some of our modern Muslim women go out of their houses without covering their body with an outer garment or a sheet of cloth or burqa, which could cover and conceal their body from head to foot. They go out not as much for shopping as for display of fashion. This sort of negligence on their part stoops them to the level of non-Muslim women, because in that way they eliminate the distinction between a Muslim and a non-Muslim woman, whereas the intention of Almighty Allah, as described in the above verse, which has been mentioned before, is to create a clear distinction between them. Burqa seems to be the best form of outer garment for a Muslim woman. A sheet of cloth is being used by the non-Muslim women also, but burqa is never used by them. It is the outer garment of a Muslim woman only. It is the hallmark of Muslim civilization, and it should be preserved in a true Islamic spirit. Questions often arise from hostile quarters as to why Muslim women are kept inside their houses with a ban on their stepping out. The answer is that there is no ban in Islam on their going out. They may go out only under genuine necessity, and that too in proper dress as prescribed in Quran Majid, as a respectable lady, as an honorable lady. There are rules of etiquettes in Quran Majid for both men and women. For example, Almighty Allah says, say to the believing men that they should lower their gaze and guard their modesty, that will make for greater purity for them. And Almighty Allah is well acquainted with all that they do. Chapter number 24, verse number 30. And say to the believing women that they should lower their gaze and guard their modesty, that they should not display their beauty and ornament except what must ordinarily appear thereof, that they should draw their veils over their bosoms and not display their beauty except to their husbands, their fathers, husband's father, their sons, their husband's sons, their brothers and their brother's son, or their sister's son, or their women, or their slaves, whom their right hands possess, or male servant, free of physical needs, or small children who have no sense of the shame of the sex, and that they should not strike their feet in order to draw attention to their hidden ornaments. And oh, you believer, turn you all together toward Almighty Allah, that you may attain bliss, just as gold and silver, jewels and jewelry, coins and currency are kept hidden because they are valuable. Women are very precious and sacred in relation to men as a mother, sister, wife, and daughter. They must be safeguarded from the exploitation and aggression of the mischief makers. My dear brother and sister, in this regard, part 5th will be described on the other day. Almighty Allah give us true understanding to know Islamic teaching. Wa khudawana and alhamdulillah rabbil alamin.